My Dougie, it is fresh. What is up, guys? What is up? I notice I'm not using contractions all of a sudden. What is up? A lot of people, yeah, if you guys have seen the movie True Grit, you'll notice that apparently in the Old West nobody used contractions, which I thought was kind of odd. But maybe contractions were a 1900s kind of thing. I'm not really quite sure. I'm not a linguist. I guess that's what someone who studies language or something like that. What is the name of somebody who studies words? I'm not really quite sure. I think I should know that, but I don't. But anyways, this game right here is a very competitive game to some extent. It is a basically I'm going to show you guys a team setup game against an extremely good team. By team setup, I mean is the best spots to be, how to set up and spawn trap against a good team on Cracked. Now, any good team is going to push you to your limits, which is what happens here. So this is by no means a good score on my part or anybody in the lobby. In fact, nobody in the lobby posts a good score. I think one of those guys got the host, so I'm teetering between a 3 and a 4 bar, but that's really not an issue in this game because I don't really get engaged into too many one-on-one gunfights, which I try to do in a more competitive game like this. But if you don't like camping or defensive play, I'm doing air quotes there. You probably shouldn't watch this because when you're playing a better team, this is the type of game, the style of gameplay that's going to succeed. Because what I was trying to do there is basically defend B, and you notice I die, and as soon as I die, this is a good team. 4 other people rush B and they cap it. So if I wasn't there defending it, we would be losing B all the time, basically, because B is obviously going to be the hot point in this map because it is the hard one to have. And this is going to be a tug-of-war between the two teams to keep B and hold it. We're going to do a really good job of it, though. I like, my team is just really good. I don't know. We work together very well, and I don't know. I wouldn't have such a high KD if it was, or KD. I guess I should mostly say I wouldn't have such a high win-loss if it wasn't for the guys I rolled with. They're each able to hold their own. They could probably carry a team by themselves, so that's probably the biggest advice I could ever give you guys if you want a higher win-loss is to roll with a team because that's how I got my win-loss. I think I'm at like a 4.2 right now, and so that's pretty decent. It seems it probably would be a lot higher if it wasn't for all the stupid disconnects, but I don't really care. I mean, these are just digital stats in a video game, so it's not like they mean a whole lot, but yeah, right here you can see we recap B. We all rush towards B. That's one of the themes of this game. You'll notice is don't try to cap points by yourself. It's a really bad idea in my eyes. Yeah, if you're on the point, no one's around, fine, jump on it. But in the same respect, in a competitive game like this, you want to make sure that you're rushing as a team to cap points because it'll go much faster. This team was really good at dying and then getting right back to B. That was probably the moral of the story in this game is what this team did so well. It seemed like as soon as I would kill somebody, there'd be 2 more people on me. As soon as I'd fire my gun, they'd either call me out or I'd be seen on radar and there'd be someone on me, especially when I'm up closer to B. So this team was by no means a pushover team. We do get set up on them, and it seems like usually the team that gets set up first in these more competitive games is usually the team that wins. So right now I'm using this spot right here to defend B. This is probably one of the best spots on Crack to defend B when you have the A-B setup. Mainly because you can see the B point. You can run back here and defend A if stuff hits the fan. You can also look to your left and see down towards the bus. You can see right in front of you. You can see to your right if you get up against the window. So it's really a really good spot. Your biggest problem are going to be people counter. I don't know. It wouldn't be really counter sniping, but like shooting at you from the pink building, which is across the way. It's kind of like the opposite side of where you're at, and you see a Simtex fail there. Got stuck on the very corner of that stupid ledge. But the pink building right across from B on the C side is going to be your biggest enemy, especially with the FAMAS. I have where I'm facing right now, in fact. I have a really hard time picking people off from there with the FAMAS. I mean, I can do it. It's not like it's a skill maneuver, but a lot of times if you're playing a good team, they're not going to let you pick them off from there because all they have to do is hit the deck, and it's going to take 7 or 8 bullets to put them through the wall if you don't have hardened on. So That's going to be your biggest enemy. That's why I'm keeping an eye on it right here, because I know if someone pops up there and catches me off guard, then I'm dead meat. And I fast forwarded a little bit of this where we just were spawn trapping them, so they weren't really coming to me. So I kind of move up here. I know that we've got them pushed back a little bit, and I know by moving up it'll allow me to play like the midfield position a little bit better, which because I'm not expecting them to go behind us, because we do have one random on our team. I think it's four guys, me and 3 other guys, plus one random versus it's a team of 6. And if you're curious how good this team of 6 was, you should definitely check out their stats if you don't believe me, because they all had above a 2.3 KD. They all had really high win losses. One guy had an 8 win loss. One guy had a 4.9 KD. I think the Master Sai had that. Not sure, so don't quote me on that. But he's going to end up leading their side of the lobby, because he was an extremely good player. He really knew how to, I don't know, it seems like he knew every single angle on the map, and he knew how to kind of just work the spawn and get back into, you know, push us back. And see right there, they recap B. The reason why they recap B is I got killed on B, and they all rushed B. So it kind of shows you how important the person who's kind of in charge of defending B is, because if he gets killed, and you see I lose a gunfight there, that was a pretty bad spawn for me. But if you're not on B and you're not if no one's defending it, 4 people can rush up there and cap it in literally like 4 or 5 seconds, depending on how many people rush. It really depends. But these guys were really good at sending all their team to B and just capping it when they knew that we were all dead. See, like right there, they know that they're down 1. We just had 3 people spawn in. They rush towards B, and it's theirs. I mean, that's just how it works. Pretty sure we're going to recap it here, though. B's basically become a tug-of-war at this point. Oh, yeah, I get the second chance guy. It seems like they got frustrated towards the end because they whipped out their second chance in AK-74s. But I'm going to get killed by an M16 at some point, I think. I think that was earlier, actually. But yeah, these guys were extremely good. So if you think I'm full of crap and that they weren't really that good, why don't you look up their stats, and you can see they were a full party, and they obviously were really good. We get them to back out, actually. They I don't know, they didn't really want to have anything to do with us, which kind of made me mad, because I wanted to play them one more time to see if maybe this was a fluke game, if we really were that good, because I like getting a challenge, and I think that it really tests your ability with games like this. You're never going to get good scores in a game like this. Good players aren't going to let you get a chopper gunner up. In fact, they shot down all my counter UAVs. You notice that I don't even have anything. I have spy plane counter UAV, and I think I might have on Blackbird. I should have had on Napalm in retrospect, but what are you gonna do? I forgot to change my kill streaks, but whatever. And I don't know. I think this just highlights a really good team setup on Crack. So if you roll with the team and you're looking for a good strategy on this map, this is definitely one to utilize. You might notice that I have pushed up a little bit more here. The reason why I pushed up is because we've got them pretty much spawn trapped to this point. We have a substantial lead. We're up by 40, which is, I mean, they could still theoretically win this if they triple capped. I think they'd need to triple cap for 15 seconds in order to get back into it, but it's definitely doable because they are a good enough team to where you don't want to let your guard down. If you don't know, I think domination, you get a point every 2 seconds for each point you control. As you see me get stuck there, he was throwing it, and as he was throwing it, I killed him. So his like throw kind of went off to the side and stuck me right on like the chest. It was kind of like when a quarterback gets hit as he throws, and then he completed the pass anyways, which sucked. But yeah, I think at this point, I think we have 192, so we know that we're not going to lose at this point because we're up by 50, and they'd have to triple cap the rest of the game basically to beat us. So this was just a game that I wanted to show you guys. It was pretty competitive. B became a kind of a tug of war, but since we got set up first, we prevailed, and I was really proud of my team and that we were able to beat these guys because these guys were outnumbering us in all stat categories and everything, and nobody really had a good game. Even the random did bad, but I'll see you guys next time. Peace.